That's in your country, so. Our problem is with leadership. And when they talk about leadership in Nigeria, they don't mean leader of primary school. They don't mean leader of the house. They don't mean... They're only talking about the president. So that is what they're all talking about. But in developed countries, the real thing is that the presidents are not strong. Some of them don't even know their names. They are not even significant. Yeah. It's not what matters. So I was making a point that leadership is not really our problem. It is part of it. But the way Nigerians talk about it is that it is the only problem altogether. You don't even have any problem. We are perfect. We are good. We are this wonderful country. We are so rich. We are so good. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians, it's not fair what it does. They are doing to the masses. Yeah, what about these Nigerians? So I said, those your leaders you are complaining about, do you bring them from Benin Republic? Or did you import them from Burkina Faso or Equatorial Guinea? Those bad people came from you. If you become the leader now, it will be the same. Even though you are complaining today, you are so good and perfect. Then you are before you get because it is the value system of the country. I was trying to tell you people the other time, there is no other message that all the churches in Nigeria should preach than value system. Value. Don't preach another message. You preach value until you inculcate it in every sphere of the society. Then you could begin to dream of changing the country. I was telling them that message that even if Jesus became the president, they will kill him. Because they will overthrow him. Because he will have to break people's mindset and people's way of doing this. And people don't like resistance. You know? People don't want to change. So I give them example about the two most organized leaders we ever had and the most progressive leaders. Even all the Nigerians are talking about them. But, for example, one of them was Murtala Muhammad. He really tried to fix it. But you know what happened to him? They're still saying he's the best president leader of Nigeria up to now. And it was the one they killed. How can you be the best and here you kill him? Well, because people don't want to mend their ways. A lot of people are angry with him because of the things he tried to fix and the way, because something has to give way. Either you have to give way, your ways have to give way, or the person has to succumb. So then the other one they said is the best president, the next best president was Buhari, but they will not elect him again. And they even overthrew him. You see, so it's very superficial to say only the leader. If the leader is even Jesus and the masses don't have the right mindset, somebody will say, but the leader can just bring the right mindset. Well, they can, but he will not do it like a dictator. Because if a good leader, he will not be a dictator. Because but that's the fastest way to do it. So the best thing to do with Nigeria is for people who have access to the masses to begin to indoctrinate them in the right direction, to begin to change their mindset. And it is not the president who has the ear of the masses. Okay, for example, I was in Nigeria at that same time. I said, okay, if the president puts on the television, I mean, if he's having a public address or national address right now, how many of you, even in this auditorium, and then you have church at that same time? I'm going to get them. How many of you would rather go to church rather than going to listen to the address of the president? Everybody. 90%. So it's not the president that controls the ear of the masses. Who does? Of course. That's why I say the churches are supposed to be talking about that. But that's not what they are talking about. They are talking about breakthrough. How do they say it? They say it in such a way. Today is your breakthrough today. Or what they say?
Today is your day.
No, they say they have all kind of catchy things. You know, just to make them think today is your day of visitation. Today you will not go back today without your spirit.
You will not go back
empty-handed. All kind of things they say. Nigerians are experts. Or you have all posters, all kind of things, just saying things like that. So making superficial claims, you know, not backing it up with anything. just you're gearing people to only believe in the 2% of miracles. To live on that 2% only. Hang them on that 2%. And then remove responsibility from them. You don't need to do anything. God is here for you. You don't need to be responsible. No. Just come to church. You don't need to pray. You don't need to walk. You don't need to be diligent. No, just come to this man. That is the one that is more anointed than that one. If that one doesn't work, go to that one. That one is even more anointed. That is the thing that fixes the problem for you. So that's why that problem is there. So we must build systems to address those kind of things. Thank you. So Tinubu, what's his name? Mobutu? He was wrong.
But
It's not,
after that speech,
yeah.
people,
You have that speech?
the Belgium, I don't have it here, but I watch it somewhere.
Okay.
The Belgium now start to retaliate against Zaire, and their economy went down.
Went down, you see.
Because they were one of the powerful.
Because those are just ramblings, really.
yeah, it was
Those are
just talking. They didn't know.
Emotions. We don't have ideas. They don't have any idea of how to fix it.
Yeah, I think my focus was more on the Ecclesiastes scripture, where servants are riding on horses and then the princes are walking on the ground. So I focused more on how, the statement you made about when good people, people who are really good, they refuse to do something.
Pay the price
to
of
pay the price, yeah,
of responsibility and of being organized.
Being organized. Then the bad people, they'll rule over them. So I paralleled that to things going on even in the United States, where Christians actually abandoned many public institutions, like colleges. Most of the colleges used to be,
That's true.
they had Christian background. I mean, Harvard was a Christian school, Yale was a Christian school, all of them. But because of some false teachings.
I even heard that Christians used to control the Hollywood.
Yes. Everything. Most of those are, any viable system in the United States was founded on godly principle.
Yeah.
Most of the colleges, they have the statement of Jesus, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. So the same thing happened to the public school when those laws were made. There were other ways that people could go in, but everybody just withdrew, and so other people the vacuum was filled by other people. So I now began to talk about the need to develop systems, to reclaim those things back.
And it's real.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we have done here. I don't know, I've not heard of any, maybe there is any problem in the society, maybe because there are things you might not know. But as soon as we find them out, we are still setting up a system for it. We have 3,000 of those things. Issues. As soon as we have for any issue like this, I come in church. Who has burden for this?
Even in Chicago is is known as the most corrupt city in the United States in terms of the politics. Chicago is known for corruption.
They removed that guy the 1 year before this one, eh?
Yeah, he resigned.
The governor.
But he and his dad, they ruled Chicago for a combination of over almost 50 years.
No.
Yes.
50.
50 years.
But is he not a black man?
No, he's not black. They only had one black man coming out of Washington.
They had it. But that was
died.
he's the most popular. The black guy is the most popular guy.
Yeah, Harold Washington. But Daly 1, and then Daly 2 is the one that just is around. Emmanuel is now the. But there's a lot of wheeling and dealing and really, very.
Do you think that Emmanuel will be able to fix it?
Well, I mean, we'll see. He's
the first. He's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy, and he's the first Jewish
leader.
Mayor that Chicago will have. Most of the other ones were Irish, so the Irish actually controlled.
So what is happening to the Polish people? They are
just
living their own.
I mean, there's a kind of division in the way the whole city.
Are they not going into politics or what?
They are not. The Irish they dominate politics. The
Polish
Jews
are just doing business, right?
Yeah, business, and then priests. Then the Jews dominate business too. Commerce and so on. The blacks.
What's for them?
Well, sports. And all
community life.
Yes, exactly. So I believe that those things, can be changed through new systems.
Yes.
New people with vision.
Wow. I just pray that God will help people to not just to get it, but to really begin to look at life like this. Not just one particular issue, but at every segment of life like that.
Yeah, I look at this scripture that talks about how treasures waste because of lack of organization and administration. I look at individual life, as a person. That's how we are loaded, with talent, giftings.
Just look at your membership in your own church.
And we just waste away because we are not organized. We don't systemize, what we carry. And then I relate it to the church. A lot of people seated in church.
It's true. So that it's good not to look at the church anymore as a congregation, but as individual that needs to be organized and helped to.
Yes. And so if individuals are helped to become organized and systemized, then it will be easier to organize the systemized individual to operate.
Because they are already organized.
Yes. And then I relate it also to a nation like my country, Nigeria, with a lot of human resources, natural resources, where the country and the people live in waste and poverty just because of lack of organization. And so that's the perspective from which I answer the question. And like I shared with you yesterday, we're just getting ready to start life development centers in the church in Adelaja.
What would this kind of message do if you people take it to Nigerian pastors? Do you think it could help them?
I believe so strongly. I think part of, I've been privileged to be president of Nigerian Church Fellowship for 5 years in Atlanta. And all along I've been saying that they are difficult to lead, they are stubborn. But after yesterday I just saw that,
It's all starts from the understanding you have.
And I was not able to organize them systemically.
Because you are expecting them to be responsible by themselves.
Yes. So I thought my thought was just running all over the place. Things I would have done differently if I had known what I knew yesterday. Then, by going back to Atlanta now, even my personal life, in my family, in the church, I think
things become easier. Yeah. People always say, "Is it difficult for you to pastor a church of a big church like this?" For me, it's very easy. I'm not even doing anything. You see me going to church. I don't even go to church. I don't even go to office anymore. I just sit down and not really enjoy life, but I do what I need to do, but what I want to do. But because of systems and organized put structure, all those people are doing this. You release everybody. No matter how big our church is, my focus is on everybody. I've got to help everybody organize his life, get a structure of his life calling and destiny, putting it on that path, and that is the secret of. So, thank you, Professor. Right?
I think the difference between yesterday and today is just because I'm thinking through more. I find out that these teachings, they become more meaningful if you can almost immediately begin to apply into a real situation. Don't take exams. Sometimes we get into our exam taking mode, but rather become real. Ask yourself, how can I apply and write from that perspective? You notice that everybody that's two,
they have something they are doing.
Real problems. Yeah. It's not a fake problem. It's not an abstract issue. It's an issue that they are passionate about. And not only that, go beyond just the surface question and really empty out. And also I learned to become creative I find out that Ekaterina loves tables.
Whoa.
I told Pastor Mike last
Ekaterina?
night, whenever Ekaterina is in charge,
She loves tables.
I said to Pastor Mike, whenever you
She likes what?
tables, organize
She likes to
things
be
in
very
tables.
organized.
So I said to Pastor Mike last night, whatever you do,
Put it in a shot.
so he was so tired last night. He said, I don't have time for that. And this morning, he used tables. Because tables helps you to organize. You know, it helps you to organize. For example, I created a table that shows men and nations that have organized thought. On the other side, men and nations that do not have. And I just started to show their characteristics. And I went beyond what Pastor said. And even, you know, it makes it clear. But anyway, that's just I'm giving you a clue now. Thank you.
Thank you. You were telling me yesterday that you finally saw the secret of Pastor Sunday. What do you mean by that? What did that? Why do people? Did anybody else feel like that yesterday? You felt like that?
Yeah,
You think that was a secret?
I found out that there's a message whereby you said that when anytime
Maybe I don't know. It's a secret. So I'm interested. I never heard that before. So it's interesting to me to hear that is a secret, or the secret of Pastor Sunday, or a secret of Pastor. I don't see it as a secret. Just one of the things I do. I didn't know it's a secret. So if you agree with him, maybe I should teach people more about this thing. Okay, what was who was talking? You or you?
I was saying that there's a message you said, anytime you come from a retreat, you feel like you can share the whole world.
Yes.
That you have so much energy.
That is a secret. For me, that retreat will be a secret. Because it's in that place that I get ideas like this. This is just one little idea, you know. But the place where I draw it from will be that retreat. So that I will call a secret. But this maybe a key. I would rather call this a key. One small key. But maybe not secret. Or maybe if it's a secret, but help me understand it. Maybe there's something I'm not saying.
So you say I listened to that message again and again, but I did not really, because you can listen to a message until you go to the bottom line.
Yes.
But see, since I've been here, I found out that I have so much in it. There are things that
I need to learn.
was impossible, but now I think that I can tackle them.
It's
Even
possible.
me alone, I can do it.
That's good.
Because if I can, like, I hate homosexuality.
Yes.
I hate youth pregnancy.
Yes.
But those things, they become very clearer to me now. I say, even me alone, I can be the system.
You can fix anything. With this kind of thing, you can fix anything. That's why at the first level, the topic of system, how did I call it? The greatest are you now believing it?
Yeah.
I mean it. This is true.
I think that it's not that people in the business world or secular world have never thought of systems before.
They do. They work in systems all the time.
They use it. But in the church, almost globally maybe, it's been God's responsibility. It's been the mystical, you can't understand him, and you've brought the actual practical, and so it's not a secret.
That's what Professor used to say, demystified God. Is that demystified God?
So it's not that it's a secret so much for the world, but it's been your secret to really take the church where it's needed to go. We need both, and that was evident last night.
Maybe. I hope it will help you. All right. Are you ready for today?
Yes, sir.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, let's try. Huh?
I appreciate the sleep we had last night.
Did anybody appreciate the sleep?
Yes.
I'm the only one who didn't get the sleep. I slept, but I slept 2 hours.
Wow.
Okay, let's write.
So you got the sleep, I took your place. Rest it.
Overcoming your comfort zone is the topic for today. Overcoming your comfort zone.
The reason why I want to talk about overcoming comfort zone, especially after yesterday, is that the real reason why, just like my brother has pointed out, why the servant is the one riding on that horse, and the heir or the prince is working on food, is all connected to comfort. Princes and heirs, they like comfort. But they think my father has all this wealth. And comfort is a major issue. Let me say it another way. The reason why men of the better men, let's say that, the reason why better men don't want to pay the price of responsibility and being organized is because getting people organized, woo, it takes you out of your comfort zone very fast. It's very troublesome, very troubling, very painful, painstaking process. And the being responsible, taking responsibility for spheres, it gets you out of your comfort zone. And you know what we have turned the church to? Largely, the churches all over the world have been turned into just a place of comfort. A place where you come just to relax, where you come to get over it, where you get to, all week long, maybe you are mobilized, you are serious, you are working, but at the end of the day, the weekend, you are always looking forward to Sunday, so that you could go to church and just unwind, and just relax, and just go and listen to good praise and worship, and then dress very well, and listen to pastor, entertain you. So that's what we have to turn the church to. Comfort. We've turned even God to a comfort zone. And some of the doctrines of the charismatic movement and the Pentecostal movement don't help either. Because, in fact, at the time, I used to hear, at the time in charismatic circles, messages like, if you are born again, you shouldn't have a problem. You shouldn't have problems, and you shouldn't even have challenges. If you have challenges, you don't have faith. Things like that. So people have turned God into a comfort zone, church into a comfort zone, and that comfort zone mentality is our biggest problem. The reason why this history makers training is set up the way it is, with a lot of work, with a lot of workload, with a lot of labor, with a lot of intensity, not sleeping, and all those things, is because I want to get that message clear and loud across, that it doesn't matter what you do. Are you a pastor, or you're an engineer, or you're a scientist, or inventor, or businessman? And all people who are successful in life are people who labor extraordinary. They go extra miles. They are workaholic. They are people who stretch themselves. Stretching self is become a pattern and a lifestyle to them. You must get used to stretching yourself all the time. Those are people who get anywhere in life, especially if you want to be in the top 3%. But I'm giving you here, these history makers, not just keys to be in the top 3%, but to be in the first 1%. Some of the secrets you are receiving here will help you be in the top 1%. But the most important secret, these I will call secret, is that success is attained only by people who stretch themselves. You remember the words of Jesus. Kingdom of God suffereth what? Violence. This kingdom demands. That word suffereth means demands. So the kingdom of God demands violence. It demands it. You need to apply violence to yourself. You need to exert violence on yourself. Violence, violence, violence. You need to be violent with yourself, pitiless with yourself. Don't pity yourself. When you begin to pity yourself, you have anger, you have just hung the gloves. You've stopped fighting. When you stop fighting, you stop winning. When you begin to pity yourself, you are never going to be a champion anymore. It means you have given up on being a champion. So let's get that right. That this is an elementary requirement for us to be able to become anything. We need to put pressure on ourselves. Let me take some liberty, and because I've seen a lot of weaknesses in this since you people came, even though you are here for the second time, but you have not learned this lesson. So I'm going to have to do some training for you and demonstration and of the lesson I'm trying to teach you. Will you bring me 3 chairs, please? We have to teach them that lesson. I might need to ship to you from there.
We're nervous now.
And I need 3 volunteers. I need 3 volunteers. Good.
I'm sorry.
Good. 3. Go sit. You are one of the volunteers?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought because I moved you from
No, I
this.
thought that was part of the
Yeah, please have to sit, everybody. Have to sit, everybody. Some of you have seen this lesson. Yeah? You know what I want to do with you? Yeah. You have an idea?
Maybe you shouldn't use somebody that knows. Maybe you shouldn't use one of the people.
Who knows? You know, you don't need to be there. You know too, right? Okay. There are 3 principles you must underline. And either you like it or not, this is true. You might not agree with it. It might not sound too spiritual to you. Especially it might not sound too Christian to you. But this is true. Just when I was asking you people questions, and I was saying, raise your hand, who wants to answer? Most of you are just laid back, and maybe somehow after 2 or 3 times repetition, then one person raised up their hand. That's why I began to ask you to stand up. Then when you answer, you sit down. That's what I'm doing, because you are not active enough. What you should know is this: number 1, don't ever you forget this, and that's why I want to do it in practical terms. I want to show you or demonstrate to you the 3 categories of people that win in life. And you will see that all of them have said bye-bye to comfort. People who still embrace comfort, they don't win in life. They never win in life. That's just elementary understanding, that comfort, you have to say bye-bye to comfort before you can win. But there are 3 requirements for people to win in life. And everybody who wins in life, who wins in life, will have to apply one of these 3 principles. Okay. You girls and my brother, let's say this is a bunch of diamonds. Take it. Who got it? No, who got it? No, they are saying she. I know she got it, but who got it? The fastest. Who said the fastest? Yeah, the fastest. The fastest. Very good. Thank you. Sit down again. What that means is this. What that means is this. We have somebody. What that means is this. Look here. Is it stronger than her?
Yes.
Does it look stronger than her?
Yes.
But it's not always stronger than her. Maybe he is smarter than her. Maybe she is smarter than her. It's not always the smartest that wins. Learn to be the fastest. Be fast in your thinking process. Be fast in taking action. Be fast to be the first to do things. Be the first all the time, not the last. That's what they say in Deuteronomy 20. You shall be the first, not the last. Hey, not the tail. Thinking, always think about being first to do it. So if I just say even mundane things like, hey, who will answer? You don't be like him because he's from Europe. You just sit down, well, if you don't tell me, it's my turn, I don't. But Europe never used to be like that. It's this generation of Europe. The reason that made Europe to rule the world, because they were fast. They were going for the gold. The Scandinavians were warring and conquering everybody. They were fast. Vikings, yes. But now they've lost it. Arabs are going to conquer them soon. Yeah, Arabs are going to conquer them soon. People win. It's not because God is blind and God doesn't know what is going on. God knows what's going on, but he said, let them, let us, let them. Let them. It doesn't matter. If you don't know the laws, that's why I was telling you about Newton. God has said, let them. Let men, believers, unbelievers, Arabs, Christians, it doesn't matter. The one that will apply the principles, the laws of the earth. So that is one of the things. Be the first. Fast. Be an upstart. And I spoke about that the last time. Right? Is it upstart we call it? Yeah, be an upstart. Always be an upstart. Initiative. Don't be humble. That kind of humility is not what we are talking about. Humble before God. Humble before God. But be fast. Even before God, be fast. Look at the disciples of Jesus. Peter, he was him like that?
Yeah.
Did you notice it?
Yes. Yeah.
John and Andrew, his brother, were they like that? Did you pick that up? Or you didn't pick it up? You didn't pick it up? They were the ones who said we are going to call down that thing.
Okay.
Thunder, sons of thunder. And what about James and Andrew who wanted to sit at the right and the left? Were they like that?
Yeah.
I've mentioned 6 out of 12. Look at who Jesus picked. He was not going to pick those who are laid back. He doesn't like comfortable people. He's not going to use you if you are laid back. You are not useful. You are useless. Because you are going to let him down. Opportunities will come, you will not jump at it. Opportunity is all about being fast. So that is the first category of people. It's another lesson that I have tomorrow also. I'm going to preach about that. But I needed to show you today because you need to get that right. Oh, someone said, oh, my what will come? My time will come. Well, but if you are talking about time, he was closer. He was closer. He had opportunity. You might have opportunity, but I tell you, it is not even people who have opportunities who win. If somebody is faster than him, it's too late.